Two boys, one podcast. Two boys, one podcast. Your movie connection. When it's time for reflecting, we make fun of each other, then do film reviews. Winner or loser, is this movie right for you? Nope, it sucks. Don't press your luck. You better listen to us. Two boys, one podcast.
I don't have diabetes.
Yet.
I'm working on it.
Actually, SD was saying, we did a shoot last week, and he was saying that it's really not about how much
Supreme
sugar
Dingus?
you consume.
This is what Supreme Dingus
That's
said.
what he said.
What is it about?
I don't know. Genetics?
Sure. I think it has something to do with the sugar. It's got to.
I don't know. He said no.
I mean...
As he ate a Reese's and drank
Well, of course. Of course.
Yeah.
Of course he would say that when he's doing that. Supreme Dingus. You're just trying to make yourself feel better.
Well, was it working?
True Dingus. I don't know. I guess it was. Sounds like it was.
Sounds like it was a good deal.
What about, people who get overweight because they're not eating healthy? Probably drinking a lot of soda pop, those guys.
Probably.
What about genetics?
What about Bob?
What about him?
I mean, do you think
Richard
he's diabetic?
Dreyfuss. Richard Dreyfuss didn't like him. No, I don't think he probably did. You think he had diabetes?
I mean, I don't know much about him.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
I don't really care for it.
I don't remember liking it at all. I've seen it one time. I thought that it was kind of like Clifford. Did you ever see that movie?
No.
Had
Oh,
Martin
wait.
Short
Yeah.
and Charles
I did.
Grodin.
And he's a little kid. Is he a kid? Or just
no,
short?
He's just short. I mean, he's like a young Martin Short, but
Yeah, but...
he's just a little asshole.
Yeah.
And it's hard to you kind of identify with the antagonist because they're presenting them as the like almost reluctant hero, and instead they're just you want them to die horrible deaths.
Yeah, that's true. It's a pretty bad movie.
I just didn't get into it.
I remember as a kid, my sister wanted to go see Mighty Ducks. And I got real upset because I wanted to see Clifford. And I had a real fit, and the whole family went to Clifford. And it was the wrong choice.
It truly was. Did you think it was about a big red dog? Is that why you wanted?
I don't know. Was Clifford around back in those days?
I assume so.
I don't remember being... What the hell? Poltergeist.
It's not about the spoon.
It's not about the spoon. I don't remember reading Clifford Big Red Dog stories.
I feel like it was around
Whence
the same
I
time
was a child.
around the same time as Bernstein Bears. Jason Bornstein Bears.
Bornstein Bears?
Bornstein Bears. I would have really enjoyed those books, I think.
Birkenstock Boys.
Birkenstock.
Bears.
Rather than the Hardy Boys, the Birkenstock Bears.
Birkenstock Bears. The Bornstein? Jason Bornstein Bears.
Mm-hmm. To ease children into the violence.
Like the whole family is a super?
Yeah.
Be interesting. I don't remember all the characters. Are they going around killing everyone?
I mean, no. Their kids just got into all sorts of nonsense and trouble.
I think I'd like them the way they are.
I mean, I'm not sure what they're up to now. They're probably heroin addicts.
Could be.
I don't know what ketamine does to a brown bear, but I probably know.
I think it's part of a tranquilizer, so
yeah,
mixture.
Yeah, it's an elephant tranquilizer.
Ketamine?
I think so.
I think humans take it for fun.
They do. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
those little brown bears, they get happy.
Little brown bear. I guess so.
And the parents just shake their heads.
Do bears have a drug and alcohol? What is that? The Bureau of Tobacco. Who would be after? I can't even talk.
Who would be after them?
Yeah, well, I'm just saying someone needs to protect those bears from all the drugs.
No, you burn them down. That's what happened.
Burn the bears down?
Yeah. Smokey was probably one of them. He didn't make it.
He did make it, though.
He made it big, and then he died.
Well, in of old age, as far as I know.
Sure. Well, that and his... I mean, they didn't bottle his cologne, so... I mean, that's
they didn't take his musk.
Yeah, that smoky
gland.
musk.
Yuck.
They should just... Basically, it should be a subscription for you, or a prescription for you, out in the woods.
Think so?
Yeah, your
Bear musk?
on.
Does it attract bear?
What is
It's
that
just
you're wearing?
smoke?
It's pungent. Burns the nostrils. I'm wearing smoky today.
I mean, is it a bear attractant, though?
I don't know. I
guess
don't
we'll find
know.
out.
I don't know what his pheromone levels were for the other bears.
Let's put this
Well,
in.
I assume it was a he.
Let's get this thing in beta and I'll test it out.
All right.
Okay.
I mean, I definitely know it attracts badgers.
Okay, well, good. I'd like that. I'd like to have a rematch.
Mm-hmm. Well, the other one just kind of didn't even.
It wasn't really much of a match, was it? Yeah.
Just kept walking. Rumble, 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 rumble.
I'm so mean. I'm so mean.
Yeah.
Badger.
What a chump. Stupid badger.
Total stupid badger.
I mean, you just standing there with 2 little hatchets in your hands, looking for something to do.
I was ready to go.
Yeah. No, I saw you. You took a picture of it.
I know. I took
Or
a video.
Took a video of it and sent it to me. You seemed ready.
I was.
He didn't seem to give 2 badger shits.
No, he didn't, did he?
No. He's busy.
He was busy.
He's busy as a badger.
Busy little badger.
Yeah. So, since we last recorded, what have you been up to?
Well, I've been preparing for a trip.
Yeah, you leave today.
I do.
Yeah.
Later today.
Later today. Where are you going?
Just home.
Just home.
Just back home. Yeah. Yeah.
You've been preparing for weeks for this trip back home. It's gonna be great.
I came up here earlier today, and then, but I was preparing for weeks to leave from here.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of planning.
It's a lot of planning. It's a long drive. It's a long drive home. No, where are you going? When are you going? What are you doing?
Europe. Going to Germany to visit a friend from high school. He was a foreign exchange student. His name was Don.
Never met him.
You met him one time. Then we're gonna go to Greece over Easter.
So when you
we're gonna eat a lot of hummus. I'll have a falafel. You bet your ass I'll. You bet your ass I'll have some falafel.
What's the matter? You don't like falafel?
People always ask me, and they say, hey, what are you gonna do in Greece? And I say, I'm gonna go to the beach. I'm gonna eat a lot of hummus. And then they say, what are you gonna eat? You gonna eat any? You have any goddamn falafel? So you bet your fucking ass I'm gonna have some goddamn falafel. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have falafel out coming out of my fucking ears, and that's what I tell them. And then they say, well, geez, it's pretty good. If it just keeps coming out of there, you should just eat. The falafel comes out of your ears, and it's just a good cycle, and then you don't have to buy any more falafel. I said, well, that's a pretty good idea. That's probably what I'm gonna do.
Like a thick straw.
That's probably what I'm gonna do. Yeah,
like a shunt from your ear to your mouth.
It'll be like a slide from like a water slide from a water park, and it'll just come out of my ears and straight into my mouth. And I won't have to eat anymore. I don't know how I'm gonna get more hummus in there. Do you have any ideas? I need some help how to get more hummus.
Why do you need more?
Because I want hummus and falafel.
Are you gonna have any of those grape leaf things, like the rice and grape leaf?
I've had those before, and I don't like them.
Oh,
it tastes funny.
Well, it's a grape leaf.
What else? What other Greek stuff is there that's tasty?
Marble. You have a lot of marble.
I'll eat a lot of marble. Yeah. Yep.
I don't know. Is everything really cheap over there?
I don't know.
Aren't they They're broken, right? There's a bankrupt company.
It used to be.
Country. What do you mean? Germany bailed them out.
Yeah.
And then they went bankrupt again.
But that was a couple years ago.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything.
They're fine.
Okay. All right. Well.
I would assume it's. Probably. I mean, it's still euros.
Are you gonna find Achilles and Hector?
I mean, was Troy in Greece?
You should punch Paris in the face. I don't know.
Not.
I thought they found that city not long ago, didn't they?
Yeah, they did, but I don't remember where it was.
Did they dig it out of the ground?
I think they must have.
I mean, you tell Agamemnon, I'm coming.
I'll tell him.
Okay.
And I'll say, is it Odysseus from the Odyssey?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell him, just don't get on that boat.
It's not that he got on the boat, right? It's that he took a nap, and his crew.
Is that what happened?
So he almost made it home, no problem at all.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I'm safe. He could see the smoke from the city.
Yeah.
And then he's like, all right, I'm exhausted. I'm going to take a nap. And his crew thought that there was treasure on board the ship and didn't want to wait. So they opened it up, and it was literally Pandora's box. And they released all the winds, and it blew them across all of their journey.
Get out of here.
No, that's what happened. So
it is not.
It was they literally opened up the wind, and it ruined everything. And then when he finally came back, he was by himself.
No, Poseidon was mad, and he blew him up.
Yeah, well, the crew opened Pandora's box.
I don't recall a ding-dang thing about Pandora's box on that boat.
It was the wind. They had the wind. It was a gift from another king.
That's all that's in Pandora's box is just wind?
Seas. Yeah, it was just wind.
I mean, they hype up this Pandora's box to be something a little cooler than just a bunch of wind.
That's what the crew thought too.
I'm gonna have to look this up. I don't believe you.
Well, I mean, you're gonna be in the land it was written in.
I guess so.
So you go dig up that blind writer and
I'm gonna get.
You ask him what's up. What's what? Give him a little what's what.
How'd they beat those Cyclopses?
They pulled the wool over their eyes.
They shot him in the eye, didn't they?
I don't remember.
I'll get a sling.
I remember like they put like there was like a golden fleece, right?
Yeah.
That was a thing.
I don't know. I mean, it's a thing. I don't remember it necessarily being part of that.
Yeah, I think they had and then they ate sheep there. And
Cyclops mad.
And then there was something where I thought they dressed as like a wolf in sheep's clothing, or a sheep, and then they like snuck in. I thought that's what they did. I don't remember for sure. Most of what I have for Greek mythology in my mind brain is heavily influenced right now by Percy Jackson books.
You've been reading those?
I read all of them when they came out.
Oh.
And then the movies were much better than the movies.
Okay.
But since then, like that, I haven't reread any of Herodotus or Homer to kind of classify
You're
what
real
the
fancy
real
pants.
story is.
Herodotus. Look at me, I know. I can name drop.
Yep.
Oh, Greek authors.
Mm-hmm.
Plato. Listen to this. Plato.
Xenophon.
Here's some. Plato. Aristotle.
Socrates.
Socrates. Others. Others, dude.
Others, dude. Almarat. No big deal. It's fine.
It's fine, I know.
You're going to go meet them. They're still there.
I'm going to see a ruins.
It's like a petrified forest of authors.
I'm going to see a ruins.
You're going to ruin it?
I'm going to say, place is a shithole.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get out of here.
Got to do some remodeling here.
Let's go get some falafel.
Yeah. More falafel, please.
More falafel. More falafel. More falafel.
Are you going to find out if you can get diabetes from falafel?
Yeah, I am.
All right.
I suppose.
Well,
it's all genetics. So no, I won't get it though.
Eugenics.
Oof.
No, it's not that.
What's the L. Ron Hubbard in the house?
I don't know. I mean, you can ask them when you get to the ruins.
Euclid.
You could say, is
There's
L.
another.
Ron Hubbard in the house?
Euclid. Huh?
Euclid.
Huh?
There you go.
Pythagoras.
Eolia. You know what? So
Man,
Sam and I,
full of them.
Sam and I went to St. Louis the other week for a shoot, and we passed this town called Eolia.
Yo.
Which I feel is
Leon.
appropriately pronounced. And we looked it up because I didn't know. I'd never heard the term before that I knew of.
Yeah.
And it's spelled different in Greek, but it literally means eroded by wind. And it's a Greek word for eroded by wind. But there's somebody within the Odyssey
I'll use
that has that name, I guess. I'll stand outside on the deck while you're gone, and I'll be like, and then
take a while for it to
you'll know, like,
come across the
right at that moment, you'll think this place is eroded by wind.
Yes.
All right, I heard it.
Aptly named.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
spoken anyway.
Historically speaking, this is appropriate, and then you'll know it's true.
If I could go back in time, I'd kill Pythagoras, for sure.
Because of
first thing, yeah. Fucking hate that guy.
He is probably the world's greatest villain.
Yeah, he is. He made my college career very difficult.
He made everybody's lives difficult. Yeah.
Fuck you, Pythagoras.
Yep. What an idiot.
Damn it.
Do you think he just really wanted to be a painter, and instead he was stuck being a mathematician?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, or a gladiator. Maybe he wanted to be a gladiator, the world's greatest gladiator, and instead he was stuck with the world's
He was too shrimpy.
most fantastic mind.
He was too
mathematical
shrimpy.
brain.
He was just too shrimpy.
Anybody can be a gladiator.
Wow.
Not everyone can win.
That's true.
I mean, the only people who are guaranteed to win, army of lepers.
It's true.
Can't stop them.
They don't feel no pain.
No, they don't.
They don't feel no pain at all.
You know what happens when you stab a leper?
No.
They grab your hand, and they pull you towards them, and then they kiss you on the forehead, and then you have to join their army. I mean,
and then you're one of us.
No, you're one of us.
One of us.
I mean, you'll probably get to learn about that on your trip to Greece.
Cool.
Yep.
There's still leper colonies?
I think so, actually.
Oh, yeah?
I think that they've cured leprosy, but they haven't contained all of it.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I think that they can. I don't think there's a shot you can get like yellow fever where like, hey, you can't be a leper now.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that once you get it, they can keep you from like spreading it to other people, I think.
Okay.
But there are different strains of it, so I'm not entirely sure how that works.
I recently saw a movie about some lepers.
Did you?
Yeah.
Was it the Night of the Lepers?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was okay. One leper stabbed a guy. You know what he did?
Kissed him on the forehead?
Well, he tried to, but it was a mortal wound.
Oh, bummer.
So it doesn't always happen that way.
I mean, he went above and beyond what he needed to.
It's true.
It's probably why he
Rip
can't
off
have
their
nice
own
things.
Rip off their own arms
And beat people to death
Yeah.
with them. Like, I don't need this left arm. I'm right-handed. And then he like beats you to death with his left arm. Uses it as a bat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you know armadillos have leprosy? Some of them.
Why do they have leprosy?
No, they just do.
Why would they have leprosy?
They do. Look it up. It's true.
I don't know about that.
It's true.
But why?
They just naturally do.
So what about all those armadillos that I cuddle like a teddy bear when I go to bed?
Well, how many you cuddling?
Enough.
Do you have a sword around here? Try something.
Yeah. No, I do. It's downstairs.
You might want to get
We'll let
tested.
You know how it goes.
Maybe the last one.
We'll find out.
You could all get lucky. This could be it.
This could be you feeling lucky.
You shouldn't.
I used to. I don't anymore.
I mean, you've got like you win big prizes luck.
Yeah.
But then your other luck is
pretty terrible.
Pretty terrible. It's like you got a duplicitous luck.
Yeah. It's very exciting.
Yeah.
Living life on the edge. It's a better view.
Whatever. Best thing I won was $100 on video lottery once.
Really?
Yep.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I think we went to a casino once.
You and me?
Yeah. Like we were with a group.
Yeah, probably.
And I think I won on roulette.
Oh, yeah. I do remember that. We went down to Sioux City, I think.
Could have been.
Yeah, you did. Bastard.
Always bet on black. I'll bet on anything. I'm ahead. Lifetime ahead on
Craps.
Craps has
Snake
the best
eyes.
odds.
Snake eyes.
I've never quite figured it out. I know
You just chucked it
Joel
up.
Murray's tried to teach me 3 times, and it just hasn't taken.
Joel Murray?
Yeah.
Bill Murray's brother?
Yeah.
You met him?
Several times.
No, you haven't.
Yeah.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
No, you
Mhm.
haven't. No,
Mhm.
you haven't.
Mhm.
Did you party at the Die Hard
You know
House?
I did. You did, I know.
Up in the
I didn't
gift
party
shop
at the Die
behind.
Hard house. I worked in there.
You could see my face.
If only you could. Yep.
No, let's hear about Joel Murray teaching
He tried
you.
to teach me craps.
Where?
Sony Studios.
When?
I guess 3 years in a row from
You guys just-
2011, 12, and 13.
You guys just meet up every year and
Yeah. At
you
the
have
bank
you have a sitting.
Yep.
A sitting.
I mean,
date
there were Texas Hold'em tables going too, but roulette was where he liked to play.
He liked to play roulette, but
Sorry,
he was
not
teaching
roulette,
you craps.
Craps was what he liked to play. They didn't have a roulette wheel; they had a craps wheel or a craps table. See, I don't really understand the game.
The only craps I sense in
You're full of craps.
Yeah,
I
think
am.
so.
No, but you know what what sound the dice make when you roll them down the table?
Yeah, they kind of go. Kind of like that.
Yeah.
You know, that's the
It's
noise.
just like that, eroded by wind.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's how it goes. You're welcome.
I know what you're trying to get me to do.
Feeling manipulated?
Yeah, I do. Maybe I want to do it myself.
Fine, do it yourself.
I heard this thing.
Okay.
It was it sounded like a turkey. It was you just a minute ago.
Gobble gobble, motherfucker.
You just got stuffed.
Zeke, 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 awake, it's time for the next segment. Zeke, 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 awake, it's time for the next segment. Gonna talk about a movie, it is called Killshot.
2008.
Mickey Rourke,
And
Diane Lane, Mickey Rourke, Thomas Jane, Diane Lane. This movie we're talking about right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking on the way up to the house as I was
getting ready to leave.
Yeah, how did the old Zeke week go? I know it was just banged. Was it just Zeke week? I think that was it.
I think that was it.
Zeke week. But now every time I want to
go
into Katina.
Yeah.
I guess I just have to listen to an old one.
I mean,
I'm our number one fan.
Yeah. Way to go. This must be an honor.
It must be.
Sitting down with yourself, talking.
Oh, hi, later me.
Rob's your favorite co-host.
You're handsome, and you got cool glasses, and you don't have diabetes. And you're full of falafel.
Really took a turn.
You lucky boy.
So, falafel and peeps.
Yum. Not really.
Yeah, that's basically your whole food pyramid.
Yep, falafel and peeps.
Made up of this pliable, off liquid source of goop.
I like goop.
You do like goop. Not McDonald's goop, just other goop. Like pink goop.
Kind of sounds dirty, but just those two goops. Those are the only two goops. I don't want anyone thinking.
You're not all sorts of goop. It's just two goop.
Two goop.
Two scoops of goop.
Two goop riot.
Two goop.
Throw back a bottle of beer.
Throw back a gulp full of goop.
Throw back a bottle of goop.
Yep.
That's all I know of that song, so I can't.
I mean, when you get one of those in your hand, you say, I've got a goop. No?
Goopy! Goopy!
Gooped myself.
Goopy! Get a job, Goopy!
Goopy. So this film was a 2008 film.
It's called Killshot.
Killshot. Yeah.
A hitman fable. A rockin' hitman fable.
A rockin' hitman fable. This is based on a book written by Elmore Leonard.
Killshot. Break out on
a book by the same title.
Break out on Hitman Planet.
Of the same title. Break out on Hitman Planet. Hitman Jones. Elmore Leonard wrote 3:10 to Yuma and a bunch of other books, and he was the author behind Justified. 3:10 to Yuma, and those two kind of got my hopes up. I'm not gonna lie.
How old is this? Because the old 3:10 to Yuma is like a 50s movie, isn't it? 60s.
Yeah. Well, Elmore Leonard just died, I think, 2 years ago.
Okay. So is Killshot one of his later books then?
Yeah.
Must be, huh?
I believe it wasn't his last book, I don't think, but it was later in the mix, yeah.
Okay.
I think the last...
Was it adapted for a more modern setting then? Or?
No, I mean, he just died.
Okay, all right.
So, I mean, within recent memory. So I think it was written for modern times. He probably wrote it in the early 2000s when it was based.
Fine.
I mean, I don't know what they do.
Okay.
You think they adapted a cell phone from a dial-up?
Probably.
Okay. Anyway, this film is about half Indian, half white person who has a weird code that they live by. Where no one that sees their faces lives, unless they see their face in a crowded place, and then it's okay. Am I doing okay?
Pretty good.
I don't exactly know. Like the
beautiful Cameron Coulson and her iron worker husband Wayne are placed in the Federal Witness Protection Program after witnessing an incident. Thinking they are at last safe, they are targeted by an experienced hitman and a psychopathic young upstart killer. The ensuing struggle will test Carmen to the limit.
Sure. So in that brief bio is incident in quotations? Is it in air quotes?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah, it was.
Are you serious?
No.
Okay.
I can show you.
That is garbage. Here's the thing. The film starts off with this. What's supposed to be this? It doesn't say like 8 years ago. It doesn't say present day at any point. It opens up on this scene where they're on this hit, and there's 3 guys on this hit, and they walk in, no silencer, wearing black leather. You know what's about to go down.
You're forgetting about the monologue.
Oh
going
yeah,
over.
yeah.
Mickey
you
the
never,
whole
you
time.
never stay too long.
Never stay too long.
You never.
No one let.
You never stay too long.
No.
Ooh.
Mickey
Ooh.
Rourke, since he's half native, he
speaks like
he attempts a Native American accent, which
a caveman.
he really does. And this is we're trying to imitate Mickey.
Yeah, we're not a native accent. Yeah.
This is how he sounds like. He's like half French, half caveman.
And he learned
you
English.
look
late.
good.
You look good. Yes.
You not like me.
And he can't hold it very long.
No.
So at the beginning,
Pretty
he goes
awful.
in to do this hit, walks in. I don't even know why the other two guys are there, to be honest with you. Like, none of them are looking out. They don't watch hallways. He walks in, shoots this guy in the back of the head. No silencer. So seemingly, it's not one of those, if a tree falls in the wood and no one's there to hear it, doesn't make a sound. Like, he fired a gun in a building that was empty,
Mm-hmm.
and there was no sound. So then they walk around this corner that had been empty moments before, and now there's a nurse standing there.
Yep. What happened to her?
Not alerted at all. She's not worried. The guy, one of the other guys with Blackbird is the guy's name.
Mickey.
He shows her a gun on his hip, and then she runs.
Yep.
And then Mickey, the stone cold assassin, tries to shoot
A professional,
her.
yeah.
But she turns a corner, and instead he shoots what turns out to be his brother.
Yep.
And later we find he just dumped him in like a pile of dirt.
Apparently so.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the incident in quotations.
No, that's just that's
just our intro. That's our prologue. That's our prologue.
So then we go straight into he's laying in bed. What we are perceived to have passed through like a couple years.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Is that how you took it?
Yep.
He gets this call from his mob boss, and he's like, "Hey, I got this gig," and he's like, "No, you don't. You only call me when nobody else wants it."
Yep.
Well, take it or leave it. What do you want? He's like, "I want the usual rate, but you throw in that blue Cadillac, and you got yourself a deal. You'll never see me again."
Yep. That's.
And then he goes and he's like, "Hey, I'm here to kill you." Al Holbrook.
Yep.
Showing
Papa.
up.
His name's
He's
Papa.
The door's opened by a naked lady.
Mm-hmm.
He goes in. He's like, "Hey, is Papa here?" And naked
Papa
lady's
was
like,
it?
"Yeah, what's up?" And then Papa walks out, and he's like, "Do I know you?" And he's like, "You don't remember me? My brothers and I, we did this job. You know, one of those brothers is in jail, the other one's dead. I'm the only one left." And he's like, "Cool. Can I go get dressed?" He's like,
He
"Yeah."
knew it was coming somehow.
And then he goes and lays down. Mickey pulls a sheet
sheet
over his
over him.
head, shoots him in the face.
Yep.
And then he goes to pick up his money at the train station, and he sees it's a double cross from the mob. They're going to kill him.
Mm-hmm. But he also killed the naked lady.
Because he killed the naked lady. That's right. He went and opened the shower. He's like, "What's up?" Bang.
She didn't make it.
She didn't make it. She was not okay.
No, she wasn't okay.
And the mob boss was angry because
he was
there to say what's up too.
He was having relations with her.
Yeah.
She was in on it. And she was in on it too.
Yeah, she knew what was going on. She wasn't. But he's like, "Hey, she saw my face. No one sees my face and lives."
Yep. That's big. He doesn't like people seeing his face.
So then he's like traveling down the road on the run, and stops by this diner full of people who see his face.
There's a bar.
Sure. Stops by a bar full of people that see his face. No big deal. Goes out to the car. Gets carjacked by Gordon Levitt.
Yep.
And Gordon Levitt is trying to extort money from a real estate guy. Because he keeps claiming that he's killed people, but we are never led to believe that he has. He is a loose cannon. But we're not sure.
He does kill some people later.
Yeah. But he keeps talking about all these jobs he's done.
Yep.
And one of his biggest job to date was for $2,700.
Yeah.
So it
didn't do too good.
Does not instill a lot of confidence in his ability as a criminal.
No, it sure didn't.
And his girlfriend, Rosario Dawson, used to be a prison guard, and she kept sleeping with inmates.
That's what they said.
That's what they said. Like, her character, they got her early, I guess. The casting on this was good enough where they got some talent for cheap.
She didn't seem like prison guard material.
No, she did not. There were a few character flaws in the writing.
Yep.
Anyway, Mickey gets carjacked by Levitt. And he's like, what do you do for this? And he's like, I work for Pepperoni Company. They're the ones that gave me a blue Cadillac.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, you don't get a blue Cadillac for delivering pepperoni. What do you really do? And he's like, I kill people. And then he pulls a gun on him. And then for some...
I shoot people. Sometimes for money. Sometimes for... Oh, give me a second. I shoot people. Sometimes for money. Sometimes for nothing.
It's almost like he recorded it. And so then, inexplicably, he's like, rather than shoot him in the face, he takes him under his wing.
Yep.
Then... they go to this place where he's trying to extort $20,000 from this real estate guy.
agent. Yep.
And he's doing it like he's saying, hey, these new houses you got, they seem pretty flammable. You pay me $20,000 and I won't light them all on fire.
Yep. Also, I'll kill you if you don't give me the money.
Also, I'll kill you if you don't give me the money. Yeah. So he goes to get the money, and Thomas Jane.
Thomas Jane's there.
He's there for a job interview.
He's not the real estate.
He's not the real estate guy. He's just there for a job interview. But his wife Diane Lane in the show is a real estate agent, so he's just hanging out. Nelson is the guy's name they're looking for. He's not there.
No, Nelson's not there.
He's ducking the dealer.
He's out to lunch.
Literally out to lunch. And he's in the office, and then Blackbird and what's his nuts? I still don't know what Lord Levitt's character. What's his name? Goob?
Shit, did I write that down?
I don't.
It was something easy. It was just like Tony or.
Anyway, they go in there and they're like, Thomas Jane, give me the money, and he's like, what are you talking about? And then Mickey Rourke's like, he's pretending that he doesn't have he doesn't remember the conversation, and you got to push harder. He thinks you're bluffing, and so then Gordon Levitt just starts trashing the office, pulls a deer head down on himself,
sure
throws a tantrum, like launches himself off the wall. And he's like, oh, yeah, I got the money. Thomas Jane's like, I got the money. It's out in the pickup. I'll go get it.
So they all go out there.
He goes and gets a tire iron and just lays into these guys.
Yep.
And then Mickey's like, we got to go. Let's get out of here. But Gordon Levitt's like, nuh-uh. I'm going to go get my money. He chases him in, takes a couple shots, and then Thomas Jane, he throws him out the window.
Right into a gazebo.
Right into a gazebo. He lost a boot on the way down.
He did. Yeah, man. I really enjoyed that part.
It was great. It was great. So then Mickey, he's squealing out in his blue Cadillac. He starts having flashback about this brother he shot. So he stops. And he goes back and picks him up. He's bleeding in the back seat.
Mm-hmm.
He's telling stories about his grandma who has died, but he doesn't know that she's dead. And he's talking about all this wisdom that she instilled in him. And he goes to the reservation, and they're like, she's gone, man. Died last winter.
She up and croaked.
You didn't even know. I mean, and then in the car, Gordon Levitt's like, with the gun bleeding all over the seat. It's like, you say which way you going, and I say, any way I want. And then they're just thick as thieves after that.
Best friends.
I don't understand any of it.
I mean, that's the deepest you've gotten into the actual plot of a movie. I think people can almost follow along this time.
That's probably true.
Wow.
Yeah.
Listeners, you're so lucky.
Yes, they're so lucky. It's one bad Indian called Blackbird. It's one Nelson Realty who's worthless. And actually, my biggest disappointment in this film is actually that he did not get the piss beat out of him. Sure. And thrown out a window through a gazebo. That would have been great.
Complete with Lost Cowboy Boot.
Lost Cowboy Boot. Yeah, I would have thrown the deer head out on top of him, too.
Would have been good.
Yeah.
Shoot. Well, anyways, let's just finish this off with a little fuzzy on the details of exactly why, but Mickey has a vendetta against these two now. I'm not 100% sure it's because they saw his face or just because they prevented the extortion of money. Regardless, he's on a...
Like this completely derails the whole film for him. Like he's on the run from the mob.
Yep.
Because they wronged him. Like he never got paid for that last job.
He did.
That was his retirement money.
Yep.
And in the blue Cadillac, which now he starts on fire, and leaves. He just abandons it.
They killed his. Boy, it doesn't make any sense. They get the information of where Thomas Jane and Diane Lane live from Mickey's native. He calls him his brother.
Yeah, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's just his native neighbor and then he kills him.
Yeah.
Or Levitt kills him. He's just like,
Yep.
Throughout the whole film, he does this thing where, like, if he doesn't really agree with it, he sighs really deeply and kind of rolls his eyes
he looks
the
like,
ceiling. He's like, oh.
Levitt's doing something bad, and he's like, I guess we're supposed to believe that he doesn't agree with what's going on, but he allows it to happen nonetheless.
Yeah, does not lift a finger. No. And then, like, Diane Lane later in the film, he lets her put her clothes back on, and then she comes back down with a gun, and he's like, man, you think that somebody sees through all the nonsense. Like, he's holding this woman hostage.
Yep.
Sees you for what you really are. And it turns out they're just like everybody else.
It's pretty deep.
Nothing about it. Like,
it's deep.
He's being hunted by the mob. He makes some weird deal with them.
Yeah, he made a strange deal.
So that he's perceived as dead. He doesn't get any money from them. And the whole time, like, these people just saw his face. The feds kind of getting, like, the feds show up and then they leave. The cops think that Thomas Jane and Diane Lane, they did it the whole time. They're like, you did it. You guys did it. And they're like, what are you talking about?
We know
Thomas
you did
Jane's
it. We're out of here.
pacing
You
the
did
front
it.
Porch because he's got a rifle in his hand. He's like, you guys don't know. You should be applauding us. And then they're just like, well, we're going to go now.
Also, we'll put you in witness protection.
But sort of witness protection and like a bait witness protection, because then she like
I don't know if they
Diane Lane
necessarily
talks to that guy, that fed who helped get him in this home that still says for sale on the outside, and she's like, do they know that we're here? And he smiles and says, see you back at the office. We never see him again.
No, we sure didn't.
The whole movie.
And Diane Lane and Thomas Jane, they're just telling everyone about their past.
Yeah,
being on witness, they're calling each other their same names, even though they were given false identities. And they're talking about what Thomas Jane did in the past, his jobs.
I mean, they're just trying to make their marriage work out, I guess. And Thomas Jane
also
saves her like 3 times throughout this movie.
Yep.
And then at the end, they both kind of save each other.
Yeah.
All right. So there are a few things that come out of this film that should become trends. 1, thumb holsters in your shirt.
Yep.
Everybody needs them.
Everybody's putting their thumbs into their belts,
Mickey,
into their pockets, and on their
thumb pockets,
sleeveless
in your
vests.
vest. Yep.
Yeah, well, I guess the vest is sleeveless, but naturally.
Yeah, I guess he's not wearing a shirt underneath it.
Right. That's what made me say something like that.
The phrase, "What's your name?" I'm Blackbird.
Yep.
Hey, Birdie. Don't call me Birdie. Call me by my name.
Reading.
What's my name? Blackbird. No. What's my name?
Armand
is his name.
Yep, Blackbird's name.
Armand, the Blackbird assassin.
Armand singing in the dead of night.
Let's go duck hunting.
Yeah, this is what he says to his native.
Yeah, and his native friend is like, okay.
I don't know why he agreed.
Knowing that he's going to die out there.
Yep.
Doesn't make any sense.
No, it sure doesn't. I mean, we could really get into all the stuff that doesn't make sense. I mean, at one point they burn. I don't even know what vehicle they burned that second time. But it's full of two bodies, which apparently one contains the body of his brother that he
shot at the beginning,
which he says didn't get a proper burial because he didn't bury it well enough himself,
right.
Which he then goes to proceed to dig up to put in this car to burn, so the feds think that Mickey is dead.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's another body.
Yeah.
Which is not ever
no, we don't have any
identified.
idea. He said, I need a favor. And they're like, why would we give you a favor? And he says, because if you don't, the feds are going to find that blue Cadillac of yours. And in the glove box, they're going to find the gun I did the old man with. And around the gun, they're going to find a note telling everything about you from me.
But he'd already burned the blue
car.
Cadillac.
And he's like,
I guess he was playing with him. I don't know.
But then they kill this other. The second body comes out. Like, we don't have any idea where it came from. I honestly, I don't understand. Eden Lake, man. Well, Eden Lake. Don't ever go to Eden Lake.
So they showed the picture of the guide, the native neighbor.
Yeah.
They showed it to Thomas Jane. Did you know this guy? Was he the other one in the car? Maybe.
Which other guy?
The duck guide, duck hunting guide. Was he the other body?
I don't think so because he died earlier.
They brought about at
Because
the
the
same.
feds
Well, I
found
know
the
that. I
blue
know that, but
car,
yeah.
never said anything.
But
about
at the
a
same
gun in
time-
glove box.
That's true. But when they mentioned Mickey supposedly being dead, and for some reason,
And how would the
brother
mob
in
have gotten the
prison, yeah.
body? I mean, the
don't
Indian
know.
police must have already found. I don't know what they called him. Like the tribal police must have already found him. I don't understand. And then he's kind of sleeping with Gordon Levitt's gal, Rosario.
he may or may not
too.
have.
And then Gordon Levitt just gets a wild hair, and he's like, "She's seen my face."
He
And he goes and
might as
he
a.
goes and shoots her, and then Mickey does the whole sigh and
Yeah.
eye roll.
Oh, jeez, why would he? What an idiot! He shouldn't do that.
No, it just doesn't.
Lets him do it.
Lets him do it. I don't know, man.
I don't either. Then he kills Gordon
Yeah.
or Gordy. Actually, no.
I mean, that was a
fine.
good scene. Like mid-sentence, I always like it when people die abruptly.
But he did.
Yeah.
It was abrupt.
Yeah, and then he starts quoting himself again right before he dies at the end. It's like, "I stayed too long."
Yep, he did. Broke his own rules. I don't know why he was wanted to get Thomas Jane so bad.
It just doesn't add up.
Yeah, so I mean,
So we
really,
connected Diane Lane from Streets of Fire to this with all the things that she's done.
just
I
so
really had high expectations. Not high,
Yeah,
but like
sure.
moderate expectations.
and
for
just so
this.
everyone knows, there was Thomas Jane comes home while Diane Lane's being held captive, and Mickey goes out to kill him. Shoots Thomas Jane's shotgun away, and as he's holding the gun up to Thomas Jane, Diane Lane comes out with Gordon Levitt's gun, who's now dead, and she shoots him.
And he's like, "It's empty." But Gordon Levitt had taken a bullet and put it in her mouth while she was wearing a little nightgown thing.
Yep.
And then she spit it onto the floor. And so when he left the gun empty, she went and got that bullet off
Yep.
the floor and loaded it in.
I think Mickey put it in her mouth.
Either way.
Did she shoot him twice then? I almost feel like she shot him twice.
Yeah, I mean, of all the things that don't make sense, I wasn't counting bullets.
Yeah.
Because they were, I mean, the shotguns they were using fired like rifles,
Yeah.
like precision shots.
Yep.
Gordon Levitt should have blown Thomas Jane's head off in the grocery store earlier. He missed, even though
Total
everything
miss.
else in the store was hit
Yep.
during that shot. And then Thomas Jane tells the clerk to run, and she starts running. And the next time we see her, she's
she has-
down on
hadn't
the floor.
moved an inch.
Yeah. And so then Gordon Levitt whips around. He's like, "You saw my face." Boom. So,
Yep. Anyway, so pretty good little movie. Pretty good.
That is pretty disappointing, but
That was good.
yeah, sure.
Wasn't good.
It was good.
It was good.
It was good.
It was
Pretty
good.
good. Yeah.
I'll take 2 Weight Watchers.
I mean, based on Mickey's success later with The Wrestler and
Sin City.
in Sin City, I guess Sin City was probably before The Wrestler, and then The Wrestler, and then Iron Man 2 and Expendables. I mean, he went up from here, but this did not instill confidence in me to
Sure.
think, yeah, he's gonna do
Gonna do
really
great
well in
things.
other
He's gonna do
things.
great things.
Yeah, and there's something wrong with his face.
Yeah, we didn't get into that. He must have had some work done. He looks like sort of like a saggy leather face Barbie doll. Like
Yeah,
his lips are huge, but his skin's hanging off his face.
Edgar, your skin's hanging off your bones.
So yeah, I don't know. Weird looking.
We tried.
Yeah, we sure did.
Well, should we rate it?
Yeah, let's do it.
I paid $5.99 for this.
Well, I gave you $2.
Yeah, but we're not going to factor that in.
No, factor it in. You're always
You
so
just did it for
convoluted.
this, huh?
You're always so convoluted with things. You might as well. So you paid $5.99. I gave you $2.
So I paid $3.99.
Yeah, you paid $3.99.
I would pay $0.25 to see this movie again.
Okay. Sex or the Saw. It's a saw, and it's like probably getting your skin torn off your arms.
Flensed? Getting your skin flensed? Flayed?
Yeah, flayed.
Okay, so not anything good.
No.
That's
a bad one.
Not even masochism.
That's a pretty bad one.
Okay, yeah.
So I think listeners, dear
15%?
listeners, yeah, something around there. That's it.
Okay.
Space Rage or this? What are you gonna watch?
Ooh, this.
Yeah, probably me too.
Yeah, they had the cast in this. Everybody acted well within their role except for Mickey. He did not have a good character to play.
That's true.
And I don't think that there's a role for him to have played it better. I think they just should have gotten rid of him and then brought in someone who was actually native and who didn't have what I assume is a speech impediment or a weird
I don't know why they
slur. I don't even know.
I don't know why they went with that.
Could not tell you. But that's all we have. Well, should we
Yeah, Zeke, I got a question for you.
hit me?
Should I sock it to you?
Sock it to me, sock it to me, sock it to me, sock it to me.
Zeke, are you ready to choose your death? Ooh, that hurts.
I mean, as long as it's a kill shot.
It'll be a kill shot. Okay, yeah.
Hit me.
1, 2, 3, 5. 5 options this week.
All right. Ooh.
Through our boy Thomas Jane, who just wants to watch TV with you
He
sometimes.
just wants to watch TV with me sometimes.
The Mist.
Mm-hmm.
A freak storm unleashes a species of bloodthirsty creatures on a small town where a small band of citizens hole up in a supermarket and fight for their lives.
I hope they make it.
I hope they do too. Through Rosario Dawson, we have Rent. I hope you don't choose this one. This is the film version of the Pulitzer and Tony Award-winning musical about bohemians in East Village of New York City struggling with life, love, and AIDS and the impacts they have on America.
Great.
Doesn't that sound like fun?
Sounds. I mean, I saw that on Broadway with SD actually in New York.
Did you really? What'd you guys think?
I mean, it was a great Broadway play. I don't know that I want to see the movie.
I mean, you never know.
You're kind of hoping
You're
I don't want
tempted,
to see the
aren't
movie either.
I mean, we watch so much shit. I mean,
That's true. It wouldn't be worse than anything else.
and to compliment, we had the Mist, so I thought we'd also do the Fog. We can link the Fog through Hal Holbrook.
The
Papa.
Fog Mist.
Yep. An unearthly flog.
The Flog.
We'll go with Flog.
The Flogs are
rolls
coming.
into a small coastal town
Flog
exactly 100 years after a ship mysteriously sank into
What
the
are the
waters.
chances? Exactly 100 years, man.
Exactly 100 years. Okay.
All right.
Next
That's
through
3.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt, The Lookout.
Look out!
Look out! And Chris is a once promising. Boy, typo on this one. Chris is a once promising high school athlete whose life is turned upside down following a tragic accident. As he tries to maintain a normal life, he takes a job as a janitor at a bank where he ultimately finds himself caught up in a planned heist.
Bummer.
Too
I
bad
mean,
for
I do
him.
like bank heists.
Too bad for him.
Yep.
And finally, through Mickey Rourke, we have Harley Davidson, the Marlboro Man.
With old Don Johnson.
DJ?
Yeah.
Cool.
Fun.
Yeah, okay, let's see. Forced by the imminent foreclosures of their friend's bar, 2 lifelong buddies will decide to rob a bank's armored car, not knowing that its cargo is not money but a new street drug.
Bummer.
Cigarettes?
Well, I mean, probably the Marlboro Man. I mean, that's 2. Those you have out of those 5, you have 2 bank heist movies, which is really good. That's my popcorn, man.
Well, good.
Popcorn and jam.
Which one's it going to be?
Jam? Last week, I threw The Hunger at you, which I felt like would be right up your alley.
Uh-huh.
And you kind of threw me a bone with the Killshot.
Killshot.
Even though the bone ended up being bad.
It was a good bone.
So this week, I'm going to throw it back to you and go
Give me that
what
old
I
bone.
feel like is more up your alley with The Fog.
You go with The Fog.
I feel
Really?
like that's come up before, so I'm going to go with
Really?
The Fog. Yeah. Really?
Really?
Final answer. The Fog. Sock it to me.
Okay.
All right.
John Carpenter, by the way.
I know. It's come up before. I felt like I should see it.
We're going to just have to finish all these Carpenter moves.
We're going to watch all
Movies.
those Night Carpenter moves.
Cool.
Listen to the Night Carpenter moves.
Ooh, sorry. I don't know the rest of that song either.
Blackbird.
It's
It's the second time we've busted into song and dance.
Oh my gosh.
Second time in a row.
I hope we can make it a third.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what kind of fog jams we got coming.
We sure will.
Yep. All right. Well, that'll do it for this one,
Yeah,
guys. Next week we connect Al Holbrook to the fog.
Everyone remember, don't be a sucker.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Spin a slice.
The portions of today's broadcast that you actually enjoyed are brought to you in whole by...
Looking for a new toy to play with? Been hoping for something rad to sink your teeth into? Well, your time has come. Your partner's time. Try out our all-new John Wayne Bop It. Looks like a knife, plays like a fiddle. Grab a handful of nether with one hand and start playing with the other. Raise your flag to full mast. It's time to play. It'll have your partners
and chew it,
in
and
stitches.
slice it, and spit it, and